So guys, as you saw in the last interview with Simon, you at this point you understand the importance of an IFO, initial front end offer, just that first offering, just to separate the buyers from the non-buyers. Now, releasing your first digital product. Now, this is like the first proper digital product, or it could even be the IFO. So let's get into this. First of all, the price. Now for ebooks, I'm just gonna give you guys some very common price points. Gonna give you guys some common price points, and then depending on where you're at, you can go from there. Now, it was funny because I actually got a question the other day from this girl in the course, and she goes like, what was the run up to Influencer Ignited like? So was there much planning and stuff like that? And I'm like, was there much planning? Holy shit. Like the amount of planning that went into this course, the amount of the run up, having all these traffic sources in places, building the suspense, understanding what the limiting beliefs are before I got into it. Like there was so much that went into this product launch. You guys have no idea. Now obviously this is a higher ticket item, but there was so much that went into it, guys. It was crazy. And I will probably do a completely separate, just either section or just a full course, a mini course on like building a course, because like there's so much that goes into it. There's so many different variables, and like, look, if you get a course right, it will be a godsend for you. Like it genuinely will. But if you get it wrong, then you have wasted so much time. So ebook, $7, $17, or $37. Go ahead, pick one of those. Then you have a training series. That's right below. Oh, whoopsie. You have a training series. So this is like maybe like an hour. It's kind of like a mini course, I guess you could say. A series of videos. You got $37, $67, or $97. You could also charge like $147. Personally, I wouldn't. I like this like $97 price point. So for example, my ebook is $97. I'm probably gonna come out with a training series pretty soon at $97. And then in terms of the course. In terms of the course, we have $197, $497, and then $997 hairs. So I know a couple people who have theirs set at the $197 price point. Quite a cool little price point. It's a great way to get started. $497 is also a really common one, and then $997 is when you're really putting your heart and soul into something, and there's enough value in it, then $997 is a great price point as well. And then you can kind of just like start thinking about your value ladder, start building something else. So for example, you can go from $17, then bump someone up to $67, and then $497 is like the premium one. So start thinking about your price point for your your first digital product. Now, my advice. This is more so if you're doing, say, like a training series or a course, do a pre-launch. Guys, one thing about this course itself, obviously you could be watching this a month on, 3 months on, a year on, 3 years on from when it actually launches, when it first launched. But before this course ever launched, I had already made $10,000 from it. Just putting that out there, but not before it launched. Before I even before I started recording, I had made $10,000 from it. I had pre-sold so many of these, and I'm not even talking about the pre-launch. I'm talking about like I built so much suspense around the pre-launch because the pre-launch comes at a discounted price. The way I went about it was the pre-launch came at a discounted price. You also got a bonus, which was phone access with me for 30 days, which I usually charge £750 for, which is roughly $1,000 a month. Right, so I usually charge for that, and then there's the whole mastermind group. There are a bunch of cool bonuses thrown in there. So before that, the pre-launch, right? The pre-launch came with 3 sections, right? So roughly 15 modules, and then I go, guys, you get it cheap, and you actually get to build from module 15 to 50. You basically get to build it out with me. Before pre-launch even happened, I had pre-sold before the pre-launch, so I did a pre-sale, and that was mainly just hitting up, and we'll talk about it in the next module, but hitting up people, networking via DMs, going back over old coaching students or people I was networking with. So, and I just took payment directly via PayPal with all these people. So do a pre-launch, guys. Do a pre-launch, and here's the thing. So for example, before my even pre-launch, I had already made $10,000. And at that point, I'm like, okay, great. I'm happy to commit the time into it, because guys, if you are taking a course seriously, like you're not fucking around, it is a lot of work. I'll be honest, it is a lot of work. But then after that, it's straight passive income, and you get to provide so much fucking value if you go about things the right way. So do a pre-launch, guys. Do a pre-launch and just get it out there. And here's the thing: there's no shame in if there's not enough interest. You just refund the people who actually did purchase, and then you move on to the next thing, or you try again in a few months. But there's no shame in that, guys. So pick a how much would you want to make to actually get going with this? And by the way, guys, I would say this is for a course. For a training series, you can't really do that. People get pissed off. And same with an ebook, you can't take payment and then a month later come out with the ebook. With a course, there's enough leeway that you can come out with something and then you can build it along. So yeah, do a pre-launch, guys. Do as much market research as possible. So by that, basically, I mean, just ask your audience, like, what is it that what are the problems you're facing? What problems are you facing, and what is one thing that you could solve that would immediately be 10x the price of the course, the price of the digital product, and then niche down as much as possible. For example, Influencer Ignited. It's pretty simple. Influencer Ignited, how to make your name a 6-figure business. It couldn't get pretty much couldn't get any more self-explanatory than that. Influencer Ignited, how to make your name a 6-figure business. For example, right after this course, I'm pretty much thinking about coming out with a social media marketing course, simply because it's my main business. I've had quite a lot of success with it. But as far as niching down, I'm going to be going, guys, this is how you automate a marketing agency. This is how you create a marketing agency, get it to $10,000 a month, and automate it. I don't do very much work for my marketing agency, if any, apart from reporting, like having my end of month client meetings, taking them out to lunch, and just collecting invoices. Like I honestly can say I don't really do much. So that is a niche. I'm going social media marketing. There's so many fucking social media marketing courses out there. How can I niche down? Or I'm thinking how to deliver results for your social media marketing clients, because that's, for example, my coaching students, that's the main problem they are actually facing. So look at Influencer Ignite, how to make your name a 6-figure business. There's not many people, if any, who have a course out there about personal branding at the time of recording this, and not enough people are talking about it. So once again, that's very niche. And then say something like social media marketing. What is something I can solve within that? So next is traffic sources. As I said, I'm almost certain I'm coming out with a course, or a mini course, a lower ticket item course, about how to actually do this whole shit, especially because I have, at the time of recording this, once again, this is evergreen product. At the time of recording this, I'm also working on a campaign with one of my clients. I actually have a percentage in the company now. And in 4 weeks, it's going to be an Indiegogo campaign. We're looking to do anywhere from $500,000 to $1 million. And realistically, we won't do anywhere below 300,000. So, I've learned a thing or two about campaigns, managing ad budgets, etc., etc. So I will, I'll go really, really in depth in that one. But for now, traffic sources. My traffic sources when I released this product was my email. I had an email list, solid email list, and I also had an email run-up. I had a 10-day email run-up, I believe. I had a 14-day YouTube run-up. I had my Instagram. I had an Instagram stories run-up, building a lot of suspense, counting down to the launch. I had a Facebook group, a strong Facebook group, and then an upsell list from my IFO, and we will discuss that in the next module, just a bit more in detail how you can actually make a shit ton of money from them. Next, you've got actually hosting it. Now, of course, what are you watching this on? You're watching it on Teachable. Now, for me, Teachable is the go-to. It's got a beautiful interface. It's got a mobile app. It's got seamless payment integration with Stripe and PayPal. I fucking love Stripe. I just like the whole interface. And it's cheap as hell for what it is. It's like $100. It is $100, I think, the one I use. If you're going for it, I recommend the $100 one, because then you can use your own payment gateway, so Stripe and PayPal. So yeah, it's cheap as hell for what it is, and you've got pixel tracking. So let me show you what I mean. As you can see on here, this is the main sales page. I'm working on redoing this right now, but you can see I have a page view. I have my purchase. So you can see it's $997 value, and then you can see all the pixel fires within here over the past few days. So that is a bit of info. I actually set up the pixel quite recently because I'm running some webinars for this. So I literally only installed the pixel like I think 4 or 5 days ago, something like that. But it's great for pixel tracking. So guys, I'm gonna leave obviously I'm gonna leave an affiliate link above this video. If you're gonna use Teachable, or if you're gonna release a product, I really would recommend Teachable. So yeah, I'm gonna leave my affiliate link. It supports me directly. If not, that's cool. Just look up Teachable. Don't want you to think that I am biased. Well, I am biased because I love this the service, but yeah, I either use my affiliate link or look it up yourself. Either way, Teachable for me is the go-to. I just really enjoy it. And then lastly, you go ahead and you launch. Now, as I said, depending on what is your product, how high ticket is it, stuff like that, you will have to have a longer run-up leading up to it, and whatnot. But guys, just try and get this shit out as early as possible. And remember, my biggest piece of advice is do a pre-launch. Don't, like, for example, if your course has like 4 hours of content in it and it costs $297, release it with 1 hour of content in it, price it at $197, or maybe like $197 or like $247. See if, say, like set a goal of $4,000, so whatever that is, what is that, 16 people, something like that, roughly. So look, if 16 people buy it on your pre-launch, then you're good to go. You're going to get started and you're going to complete the course and then go from there. If 3 people buy it, then maybe it's not worth your time, and there's nothing wrong with that. But do as much market research as possible. That'll really help in understanding, and you're less likely to have a product that flops. And then niche down as much as possible. Now, as I said, in the next section next module, we're going to discuss how do you actually just how did I sell $10,000 worth of the product pre the pre-launch, right? So we're going to get into that, the more nitty-gritty, less so the webinars. Obviously, you can use your organic audience, or you can use stuff like webinars. So yeah, you can use your organic audience from your YouTube, from your mailing list, stuff like that. Or you can also use webinars, Facebook ads, stuff like that. That is a discussion for a different day and a different course. So yeah, let's head on into the next module.